Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Apex Brotherhood live trading Tuesday, the 30th. It's basically month end. How is everybody doing? Oh, yeah, it is month end. Just a very quick disclaimer, and then we'll get into the business and the thick of things. All right, guys. Morning. It's just myself today. Well, for the time being, because Will is in a meeting at the moment. And then speaking of meetings, I have a meeting at 10. So will take over from me at that time, just to finish the last half an hour or so of the stream. Can everybody hear the music? Can you let me know if it's too loud or not? I can hear it, so I don't know if it's too loud. All right. Should probably get a screen share going. There we go. Alrighty. What have we got now? Euro. What did I want to do? All right, cool. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place this morning. Getting ready for the meeting and just having a very quick discussion with Will, and we've got some stuff planned for tomorrow that we didn't foresee. So it's not reflected in the schedule. So I have a few things that I need to quickly do today for this stream, and then be prepared for the rest of the week, Thursday and Friday's stream. Let's have a very quick catch up with chat, see if who's in at the moment. MGN, good morning, bro. How are you this morning? Jurgen, good morning. How are you, sir? Hope you are doing well there in the Netherlands. Quibus, good morning, Quibus. Lovely South African weather we've got at the moment, isn't it? It snowed in Lesotho yesterday, so cold front coming for Gauteng and Mpumalanga. So, not. I think you said you were in Cape Town, or in the Cape, or is that no? That's Wesley. Wesley is in the Cape. Where are you from, Quibus? If you don't mind sharing. All good, great. Can't hear any music. Well, that's because you're deaf, MGN. All fine here. Awesome sauce. All right. Jurgen, lovely late summer weather here. Technically, we're in spring at the moment in South Africa, but we've had a bit of snow in a country that is like an enclave country within South Africa. So South Africa completely envelops Lesotho, and Lesotho is very mountainous, and it's lovely skiing. It's a lovely skiing country because when it snows, we have a lot of beautiful peaks and whatnot that can be skied from. So there's a resort basically on the country's limits between South Africa and Lesotho on the border called Afriski. So yeah, we can also go and do some snowboarding and stuff like that, literal snow. Oh, in Kyalami area. Nice. All right. So Gauteng. Yeah, the weather is very confusing at the moment. Like I said, we're in spring, but this doesn't feel like spring weather. It feels like we're heading back into like autumn again. It's not particularly cold. It's just the wind itself is a little bit on the chill side. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. It's not a very thick hoodie. It's just one of those like pull over ones, very quick. And I have a sliding door open over there, and yeah, every now and then there's like a bit of a breeze that comes through, and it's just like, oh, chill, bruh, chill. So yeah, very confusing weather at the moment. But I guess that's how them days goes. All right, so who is trading what today? Today is, let's have a look at the news for Tuesday today. It is a CAD bank holiday, so this afternoon with the Canadian dollar, CAD side influence is going to be a little bit low. So it's basically going to be the whole of the South American portions of trading, and then just the Americans. Canada is not going to participate in the New York session. And then we have high impact news this afternoon on the dollar. So 3 o'clock UK time. It's the JOLTS job openings, and then President Trump is going to speak yet again. He spoke yesterday. Didn't really have the impact that we expected him to have. It wasn't like massive reactions. So hopefully today is also not going to be like one of those days where he absolutely screws us. So yeah. All right, on Euro, it seems as though we are a little bit bullish today. If I have a look at the hourly, since yesterday, obviously yesterday we had a little bit of bullish momentum, and then on Friday we had some bullish movement after peaking the low of the week, and then we started pushing up from there. We've come into this 1 hour base area. We just closed above it, started retracing down, came back to a little support area from yesterday morning, so the London session low point, and then we've reacted off of that and we started pushing up again. So I am seeing some bullish momentum. It could be due to dollar weakness, or it could be due to European strength, which I would lean more towards the fact that the dollar is a little bit weaker. Actually, let's have a look at the DXY and see. Yeah, no, there's dollar weakness, just straight up as of right now. So it's definitely then just the dollar that is slightly on the weaker side. So I am expecting some bullish movement. I would like to see price break above this point of interest, this support and resistance, which is in line with Friday or Thursday's high of the day. So I would like to see, it's already like wicked above. I would like to see it close above. So close above and then retrace and then pick up to try and test this bearish base on the 1 hour. However, there could be an intermediate area over here that could be tested first. Should wait to see whether or not that happens. Because technically what happened here was price moved up strongly. It retraced a little bit, and then whatever liquidity that was here was vacuumed up, and then price carried on moving up higher. And then eventually when price did start coming down, it just absolutely plummeted through this liquidity that was sitting here. Came down to a resistance area down here, which it then reacted off of and then just plummeted through. So there is a high potential, I would say, that instead of this upper box being tested, rather something like this being tested first. So that is what I'm looking at. Right. Quibus is saying, waiting for gold to set up for a long again. Looks like we're having a small pullback for now. Let's have a quick look at gold. Gold obviously has been rallying non-stop. So yeah, we have been non-stop rallying on gold. However, we did reach an all-time high I'm just going to go down to the 30-minute. We did reach an all-time high yet again, and then we started retracing from there. This is a strong retracement, to be dead honest. If you had to go and compare it to the previous retracements, first of all, and secondly, if you had to go and compare it to how volumetric the bullish movement was. So you have multiple candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a small little, okay, this is on the 30 minutes, so bear with me, let's go to the hourly one. 1, 2, 3, doji, 4, 5, 6. So you're basically having 3 and then 3 pulls. This is multiple, this is 5, 4. So you have multiple bullish movements, and then you have a small little retracement, and then there's usually like a day in the week where it's almost completely bearish. If we just go to the daily, you'll see 2 bearish days, bull, 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 bearish day, bull, bull, bull. So this is now the 4th so far bullish day. So we would like to see either this carry on with this bullish momentum or decide to do a pullback, a full bearish day, so that you can actually trade the direction. In this case, we have a daily block. I think Victor refers to them as breaker blocks or order blocks. In this case, we have a daily one, which was the one from Wednesday last week. So I don't foresee us dipping all the way down from where we are now to there, bar really strong news. Because I mean, this is 37.66. That is almost $100 that it needs to drop on gold, which I don't think we're going to see that. However, gold, when it does do little retracements, it's small retracements. So this retracement that we had here from this point to there wasn't even a 50% fib retracement. And then this one over here, let's see, where's the 50%? It's about $57 away. So if we are going to have a retracement from here, hopefully it will be only roughly to about that area. Oh, what the hell is going on here? It should roughly be to about there. What does it look like on the 4 hourly? It could be this high point here that we could retrace to. I should probably switch off the magnet tool. Let's see if there's an hourly reaction here. It's a breakout and then a retest. So if we're going to see a pullback, it's either going to be to this hourly base down here, or it's going to be to this consolidation area here from yesterday. So probably somewhere over there. So we're going to take... just let me know, can you guys hear the music fine? Because I don't know if it's too loud or whatnot. If you can hear me properly and the music isn't like interfering. Waiting for gold pullback. Yes, I agree with that one as well. I would also like to see music volume is fine. Awesome. Pooley, good morning, Pooley. How are you this morning, Mr. Pool? Good to see you in. London pre-market trying to create better long entries. That is usually what happens. Like, if Tokyo has a high of the day for this time being, there would be a small pullback and then an attempt to push higher. And you see that often throughout London or Tokyo into London session, like the Frankfurt session, because Frankfurt opens up about an hour before London. So during Frankfurt, you usually have like a little bit of a attempt to pull back and then a continuation higher. Same with London and New York. Yeah. So the thing usually, if we have a look at just on the hourly, unfortunately, yesterday, just before New York opened up, New York has been flat. So London pushed up a little bit higher, and then New York was the small pullback just before, and then just flatness in New York. But the day before, it wasn't such a strong pullback. It was more of a break of the small area of consolidation, and then a pullback, and then going into New York, it just garnered a lot more steam. So you do see the pullbacks, but just like the depth of the pullback is going to, like, it's not always consistent. You could have a very shallow pullback and then not even one bar, let's say on the 15-minute, and then just like a rally like crazy with no news impact whatsoever. And then you'll have days where you have multiple 15-minute bars, pull back, and then continue without breaking structure. So this at the moment does look like more than just a pullback at the moment, because we've already had 1 hour close quite bearish, and we're on the second one. Okay, it's only 15 minutes into this one, slightly. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes into this one. We have to wait and see what kind of pullback this is. Is this a retracement? Is this a full-blown pullback? Is this a complete reversal? We have to wait and see whether or not that is the, what do you call it? The directional bias. All right, so we know that Quibus is looking for gold. We also know that Jurgen is also a fan of the gold. Question, is there anything else that you're looking at, Jurgen? And then everybody else, who is looking at what? Who wants to trade what today? I know today is Tuesday, so MGN, you are probably on your EA at the moment. So your EA would be looking for trades on UJ. UJ is falling like crazy. Yeah, this is a lot of dollar weakness. Is there an area where it can potentially come and test on the hourly? Don't really see much. 4 hourly. 4 hourly. There's an area over here that can be tested. Let's just extend it a little bit just to envelop a few more candles. An area of, I wouldn't call it consolidation, but it's like a low volume section. So this is a potential area for it to come and test. So 147.80. It's about 23 pips away, and then we can see what it wants to do there. Let's have a look at the daily on the UJ. So high swing here, low swing here, but excuse me, very little wick. So very, very strong movement out of it. Here it pushed all the way down and then closed much higher than the dip. So there was a lot of liquidity sitting right here. Orders, which also forms in line there. And then you have a daily base area there. So it should be on the 4 hour a little bit more clear. Oh no, not even remotely. Yeah, this was just volume to push it up. Just maybe a little influx of dollar strength at this point, or maybe a little bit of yen weakness. But yeah, we can definitely come and test this area on UJ. So looking at crude light today, as in like crude oil, like WTI. Gold. We're slowing at the moment with this little bit of a pullback. The MACD is still showing a little bit of momentum going down. So we have to see where it breaks. The 4 hourly is still bullish. The hourly is turning a little bit, but it makes sense because over the last hour we have been pulling back a little bit. I haven't even checked the EMAs. We're at the 100 on the 5. I'm just gonna go on the hourly. Yeah, we haven't even come close to the 20 EMA on the hour. So still quite bullish, even though we are having a little bit of a retracement. And then I also have the daily volume indication as well, just to kind of like see where was the majority of the day's trading and if there's any potential interest areas. So yesterday we were trading on the upper edge of the London and New York session, even though we did have multiple bars overlapping during the London the earlier session portion of the London session. And today we're obviously on the upper end. So today's volume is not going to be important right now. It will be important tomorrow, where yesterday's volume is a little bit more important today, because you've waited for the whole day's volume to play out completely, and then you kind of like have a look at where were we trading and where was a different area of interest by just looking at the volume. So the volume of yesterday is basically in line with this hourly block, with, let me just hide this, with this specific block being the one that actually tested it. So I'm going to put this as a bullish 1 hour base. If price comes down to test this, we should theoretically see a strong drive up higher, in theory. Cool. Will says he should be here hopefully within the next 9 minutes or so. That is very, very kind of him. Let's have a look at pound. Pound is pushing higher. Same idea with pound as what we had with euro. We have this area of support which technically has already been tested. So once a price point has been tested for my specific like lineups, the way that I line up my my bases, once it's been tested and completely pushed through, then it becomes just an area of support and resistance. Like for argument's sake, this is a bullish base on the hourly. It wasn't tested at all. It price didn't come close to testing it and then moved off of it. So to me, this base area is still valid. However, on the 15 minute, we had a base area that was on top of the hourly. So I don't like stacking them straight on top of each other. Just have either the 15 or the 1 hourly. But because we didn't test this bullish base area on the hourly, and we reacted strongly off of this specific area, I can effectively say that this is just a point of interest. It's a support and or resistance area. Obviously, if it breaks through, it becomes resistance. If it hops off of it, it's support. So the same concept for this top one. It was disrespected. It's now no longer just a base. It is now a support or resistance. What did I... Oh, yeah, I was on GU. GU is in this 15-minute... Oh, technically, this is actually also now just a support and resistance. I forgot to change this one. Because it reacted off of it and moved lower. This also is... This was stuff that I marked up. Oh, man. Will is going to probably not be in line. So my meeting is in 37 minutes. So if Will cannot jump in, then we would probably have to end the stream a little bit earlier. So That's unfortunate, but there's some important things in the background that need to be attended to. Why was this marked? See, this is the thing. Like, sometimes I'm all over the place, and I'm like, I know what I'm like immediately. I've marked something up. I was looking at something specific before the stream, and I was looking at something before the stream, but now I can't remember why I marked this or why I was busy marking it up. This brain of mine, man. Sometimes it's just not braining. Oh, CL1. Ah, okay. So futures, crude oil. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's nice to know. I've seen Will and Rich trade crude oil before, but I have never, ever traded it. I think Will had some. Not Will. Rich had some really crazy swaps with his, because he held it over a long period, and then eventually the swaps just absolutely destroyed the profits. It was negative swaps for the buy, predominantly negative swaps. So yeah, to hold it didn't look good. So I don't know what you are planning to do with your crude oil, whether or not it's buy to hold or just do intraday trading. But it seemed as though his swap rates were just terrible, just bad. On the 15-minute, we have made this little rejection candle over here, and now we are pushing higher. I do like pound for a buy. Obviously, dollar weakness, and technically it is in an upward trend, so we are making higher highs, and okay, this is an equal low, but higher highs and higher lows. So hopefully this is not an equal high, but rather a higher high, a little bit of retracement, and then a continuation. So I am looking at pound buys if and only if it can break through this point of interest. If it doesn't break through and it rejects off of it, then obviously we're still consolidating, because there's no specific lower time frame trend. It might be a higher time frame, but lower time frame there isn't much, and that's where I trade. And then euro is pushing more. I do, once again, same thing. I'm seeing the same thing on EU and GU. I'm more inclined to have buys, but I want this area to be broken. We are very close to liquidity up here. I'm just gonna make this little area just slightly above. We have liquidity here, and I want to see the reaction from this area. But for the time being, I am bullish. Gold is retracing. I want to see it. Here we have a 15-minute area that is currently being tested, and then there's another small little 15-minute area. I want to see how it reacts off of this. Right now, it is still strong towards this 15-minute base, even though we are trading a little bit like, what is, let me, I don't know if I'm like crazy or not, but are we close to the halfway point? Yeah, we just wicked into the 50% portion of Tokyo. So if we just did a there, yeah, we're just in the golden zone section now, which is also in line with this 15-minute base. We'll see how it reacts from here. If it starts pushing up higher, then I'm going to go in for a buy. But at the moment, we're a little bit bearish just going into London. Obviously, Tokyo was bullish. So that's how my bias can change quite quickly. I trade along with the trend, almost always. So yeah, I don't always get like those nice long runners where you enter a trade, for argument's sake, the previous day down here, and then you just take it all the way up. I'm not very comfortable with holding my trades over the evening. So overall, just trading along with the trend, even if I have to take like a small little buy here and just aim for somewhere like halfway up this section up here, let's say from there, aim for that as an example. And if it's $12 or a 120 pip, not 120 pip, yeah, it's 120 pips movement, then yeah, then that's what I will try and aim for. Not super comfortable holding stuff over a long period of time. I would not sleep. I can guarantee you that. I would constantly want to look at my phone and see what's going on. So intraday, a little bit better for me. All right, so waiting for that reaction. Oil is violently volatile on low timeframes. That is true. But I think Rich was trading it as a swing trade. He held it over a few... I can't remember if it was a few days or a few weeks. I think it was a few weeks. I trade well on the 5 minutes. So it's violently volatile on a low time frame, and you choose to trade on the lower time frame. Nice. Barry, good morning, Rich. I think you need to use a few more indicators. There's at least 3 you are not using. That is true. I only use the EMAs and then the session and then the MACD. But the MACD is like it's like a very quick visual to see the momentum. And if there's like slowing momentum, if I don't see it on the price as an example. But I don't generally focus too much on this one. And then the volume one is just something that I've been interested in recently. Started thinking about adding volume to my analysis, even though I'm not going to... I know there's people that would, for argument's sake, they would put their entry point at the point of interest and then the point of concern, and then they will trade from there on. I don't trade like that. And then these ones are just me drawing lines. So Barry, give me some indicators that you would like me to use. Like which one do you think is the one that's gonna get my 100% win rate going? Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it, mate. Let's look at GU again. GU is wicked. Didn't really create a higher high and is starting to pull back a little bit. But you can also see, that's the thing about the MACD. You can see if you are ranging on the price, but you can also see if there's like divergences. Equal highs would equal or would create divergences on the MACD as an example. But I don't trade that. I don't care for that. It's a visual thing. It helps me quickly. Like, I think I've said this before, like, trading and learning how to trade is already complicated. And whatever you can do to simplify your trade, do it. Like, whatever stuff that you can add. If this is simple to somebody else or complicated to somebody, it's simple to me and complicated to somebody else, they would find a method in which they can make it more simplified for themselves. For me, this is simplified enough. And plus it's pretty colors. Yeah, no, I figured as much that you were joking. Obviously, Barry, you're yeah, 100%. Yeah, obviously Barry is the biggest troll on Earth, but we love him for it. 100% guaranteed is the moon tracker indicator. Look, like, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced it. So moon cycles. So is it on this one? Yeah. I'm just gonna go over to the daily. So the funny thing is, there's people that actually... So, okay, summer solstice, it's buying. Full moon, crescent moon sells, full moon buys. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's a cycle, yes. It's obviously a cycle. But, like, to say that everything is, like, based around emotion, yes, sure. But I mean... saying like every time there's a full moon you should be selling, And every time there's a crescent moon you should be buying, it's like weird to me. Like I don't get it. It is the weirdest thing. I can't believe I just absolutely put this crap on my screen. Yeah, it's just it's funny. The stuff. Look, I'm not bashing it. I'm not bashing it at all. All right. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it makes sense to somebody, and to somebody that is part of their trading setup. Let me get my shaming drum to move gold up. Yeah. Yeah, it works for somebody. There's somebody that honestly believes in that, but then again, there's people that believe the earth is flat. So, I don't know. Like, you're entitled to believe what you want to. It's just, and that just means that I have the entitlement to believe that you're crazy. Isn't that fair? Yeah. Anyway. All right. So gold is not having the reaction off of this area that I thought it would. It seems as though we're having definitely a deeper retracement than expected. So this area up here is now an area of interest for me, because we had this reaction and we're continuing to slowly drift lower. So this area up here, this area of support, or this area of resistance now, there was a lot of sell-off from here. And I mean, it's not a small amount of sell-off. It's been $23. And if you consider the movements on the bullish momentum, this was $41. The small move over here was $21. So it's in line with the run, pullback, run, pullback, run. The runs itself, the rallies, is $23 to $27, and we're already in a drop now, which is already in that same size. So from the top point to down here is already, that was the wrong tool. it's already $23. So this might be a little bit of a larger pullback than anticipated. I don't know. Maybe today is the sell-off day for gold, or at least one of the sell-off days in its run. Let's see who's got what. MGN saying, I only sell when Mars is in retrograding in Uranus. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff retrograding in Uranus. MGN. London negated 50% of Asia session now. This is often a pivot point. That is true. That's why I showed the Tokyo session's midpoint with just the box. Because usually if you have a 50% retracement or deeper, it's either a pivot point or it's a complete reversal, that it's going to really start reversing. And I mean, on the day, we're up $18 already from the day open, but we were much higher than that already. So, but I still think we still have an upside on gold. Gold is not done. Gold is not done rallying, in my opinion. I actually get really down and agitated near full moons every time, so maybe it's actually a thing. It's either that or only buy if the tide is in and only sell if it's out. Keeping it a secret. Yeah. I mean, anything can work. It's just the question is, how often does it work and how consistently does it work? I mean, you do you, boo. If it works for you, it works for you. I mean, there's so many like strange strategies that people have that they swear by. They absolutely swear by it. They look at something, they have some statistical analysis that they do. They have some data that they put into a spreadsheet, and then like, okay, they notice a pattern, and then they just go with it. And then sometimes it works, and then sometimes it absolutely burns them. Yeah, my way of looking at the market has helped me often enough. And the thing is, I don't have to. I'll get to that one just now. I don't have to know every little bit of terminology and know every single indicator and know exactly how every little thing works, because it's not how I see the market. The way that I see the market seems to work out enough for me. What you call it, you call it. It's your baby. Yen pairs, Quibus. I used to have a look at UJ and EJ, but just after Trump came into term, I had a massive loss on UJ in February when he just announced tariffs. And since then, I kind of have lost my appetite for the super volatile currency pairs. UJ being very volatile, so if it moves 30, 40 pips at a time, just randomly. Just as it retraces a large amount. And I was never a fan of super crazy volatility. I like volatility for the sense of momentum. So if I want some upward pushes, a smaller pullback, and then a continuation, I like trading trends. And yen has the yen pairs. Just I just don't like them anymore. I don't know if it's because of that big loss that I had with UJ, but I've kind of lost my appetite for the yen pairs. There's actually an indicator in TradingView for moon patterns. Yeah, I just pulled it up on the screen. I mean, if you can build a strategy around that indicator as an example, sure, it works for you. What I have found when you build strategies around indicators, because most, if not all, indicators are lagging indicators, the data needs to be out in order for this indicator to print or to, let's say, solidify. Like it's going to print its information on the screen, but it's going to lock the position of, let's say, for argument's sake, the EMA or the MACD or something. It's going to lock it only after the data is out. So you can build a strategy around an indicator, but the problem is that because it's lagging, you're always behind. Now, saying that, being somebody that reacts to the market, you could also still be behind when you enter your trade, like for argument's sake, mine. So there might be a duality to it. I just think that sometimes the fact that it's lagging is more harmful than it is good. And I think that building a strategy around a indicator fails more often than not, in my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel that building it around an indicator is not the way to go. Ouch. Yeah. No, it wasn't a very, very nice experience. It was a yen short, so I was expecting there was a little bit of dollar weakness at that point in time, and I wanted to try and capitalize on that. And then Trump came out in the middle of the day with no red folder indication on Forex Factory whatsoever. He sent out a tweet or sent a post out on X talking about the tariffs, and I was on the wrong side of it, and I got slipped like crazy. I remember MGN, we were both in that same trade. And I think I was risking about 0.5%, not that 0.5% of my account, and I ended up getting slipped close to 2.5%. So I hit daily drawdown on that one trade. And then from there on, I just, not a fan. Now, if you're used to only risking 0.5% or 0.25%, losing 3% is like disastrous. It's like it's way beyond what I wanted to risk. Because I still have there's some of the people in chat that knows this, but I have a best of 3 strategy that I basically use. Well, the best of 3 is just it's a means to prevent overtrading and FOMO trading. So what I would normally do is I would have 3 maximum trades. So best of 3. Obviously, if I have 2 winners, then I'm done. Then I'm done trading for the day. If I have 2 losing trades, I'm done for the day. And then if I have 1 winner and 1 loss, then I'll have a tiebreaker, which would be the third one, the best of 3. And this helped me with my FOMO trades and with my revenge trading and over trading. Because sometimes you see a move and then you just get in and you didn't, maybe you FOMO'd in and you didn't do your analysis all that well and you get knocked out, and then you try and steal it back because you don't want to end the day on losing day. So I did the best of 3. And then back then, those things helped. It helped me a lot to not overtrade and to not I don't know how to say this, but like it's just to prevent me from doing silly mistakes. And unfortunately, getting that negative feeling from yen has like had the same effect as the best of 3 has had for me. It's just like it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, and I just don't want to trade that way anymore. Where FOMO trading leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, and I needed a strategy to help me fight against that. Barry, you need to be careful today, end of month, so it's a lot of repositioning will be going on with big boys. I know a few people who like volume profiling. I just use moving average, the simple one, and then the volume weighted average price sometimes, and then the ATR for volatility. I mean, I've heard a lot of people use the ATR and the VWAP versus, for argument's sake, an EMA or something like that, and it works for them. Yeah, I know you're a good trader, Barry, even though you trade ICT. Our favorite topic. No, I know you don't trade ICT. I'm joking. But yeah. I just got a message. Pardon me. It is the meeting. So just give me a second to just quickly reply. Okay. The stream will unfortunately have to come to an end at just before 10 o'clock. Yeah, shots fired. Bloody Aussies. As I was saying, the stream will have to come to an end just slightly before 10 because my meeting is going to be at 10. So I just need to prepare, because it's like it's a video meeting and whatnot. So just need to go. Bloody Aussies. Yeah, if only I was Aussie. All right, mate. Put a shrimp on the barbie. What the hell was I talking about? I don't even remember. Barry, you're confusing me. What the hell? Okay, so we've had the pullback on Euro, but no break yet. Pound, same idea. We've had the pullback, but it seems as though we just wicked into, but this is such a long wick. We might be pushing up now. I can maybe try a bit of a steal. How much is this? This is just 5 pips. I don't know, maybe... Man, if I can get it to come back down again, it's only 13 to there, and then to the tippy top is 16. We've got 8 minutes before this hourly candle closes, and as of right now, it's a bit of an indecision because we have a large wick on both sides of it, above and below. So need to be patient. Just wait for it to react. Let's have a look at EU as well. EU, 8 minutes. I think EU is going to start climbing from here. That's 10 pips from this exact point, and then to the high of yesterday is 12 pips. I still like EU and GU for a buy. But 1, 2, 3, 4 pullback, and then this is effectively an equal low. Yeah. Still be careful. Maybe go for a 1-to-1 instead of a 1-to-1.5. I think that might be a smarter move to just go for a 1-to-1. Yes, I will. Will as well will also be there. Will be there. Will. Yeah. The meeting unfortunately couldn't be postponed. I wanted to have a later start date for the meeting, but obviously the person that I'm having the meeting with has their own scheduling things that they need to do. So, but yes, I will be on the Fiverr stream later today. So for the South African guys, it will be just 12:30. For the UK guys, it will be 11:30, the regular time. But yeah, you guys can join us there, myself and Will. Yeah. Morning, chaps and chapsesses. Late but here. Yeah, Sigma. Yeah, you probably did miss this, but the stream is going to be ending earlier today. Will is in meetings this whole morning, and then I myself have a meeting now just around about 10 o'clock South African time, so 9 o'clock UK time. So we're going to end the stream a little bit earlier today. However, we will be streaming with the Fivers later, and then we are streaming the whole week. This Apex Brotherhood is streaming the whole week. I still need to do the 2 thumbnails and schedule Thursday and Friday. I was waiting for some input from Will, because he was at the London trading show over the weekend, so we didn't really have an opportunity to talk. He was all swamped and tired, and yesterday he was a tired little boy and then slept his way through the morning stream, so didn't get an opportunity. He only sent me the stuff last night, so I'll have a little bit of work to do this afternoon, scheduling and prepping Thursday and Friday's stream. But it's gonna be fun. We have some interesting stuff that we've got planned in the background that we're gonna work on. So yeah, it's all good. We're slowly growing, guys. For those of you that are here, I would really appreciate it if you just dropped a like and subscribe if you haven't. If you're not subscribed yet, that would be awesome. If you didn't like hanging out with us today, then that's your problem. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. No, there's no try. There's only do. I'm doing my best. Maybe my best is just not good enough for you, but that's a you problem. All right, so guys, I think I'm going to call it here. It is 9:55 here by me. It gives me 5 minutes to quickly prep for the meeting. Sorry, Sigma, you arrived late, and it's one of those days. I promise that this is not going to be a recurring theme, that we're going to cut the stream short because there's meetings or stuff like that. It's just today. So yeah. All right, everybody. I hope everyone has a good day. Do be careful, exactly as Barry said and as Jer said as well, Jurgen. Be careful. It is month end. There is a lot of portfolios that's going to close today. There is some news. It's not high impact, but there is some high impact news, the Jolt's job openings, and then President Trump speaking. And Trump has a tendency of moving the market unexpectedly. So do be careful, trade your plan your trade properly, and then yes, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, full stream with myself and Will, and a special guest. We have a guest tomorrow, so do come in tomorrow and come play some fun trades with us. What the hell did I just say? Come enjoy some nice trades with us. See, my brain is like, it's all over the place. Cool, mate. Have a good day. Barry, you as well. And then thanks, Rich. We'll catch the Fiverr stream later. Awesome. Great. I'll see you guys there later. Guys, have an awesome day. Yeah, that's it. That's all from me. Cheers, guys.